Hey y'all, Ashanae Justice coming with another pick a card reading. And this one is called Who is Sending You Evil Eye and Why? If this reading resonates, like, share, subscribe, always comment. If it doesn't still, like, share, subscribe, always comment. Thank you. All right, pile number one. This is your reading for Who's Sending You Evil Eye and Why. All right, so I wanted to start with the why first. As you can see, some cards are turned over. I feel like this is, if not dealing with multiple people, it may be dealing with the same person, but with different situations. Like if you were the type to break up with the person, get back with them, or stop being friends with them and now you're friends again. Quit the job, but went back and still having to deal with the same people again, but in different types of situations. But ultimately, the ending for all of these were horrific. It was horrible. It it didn't even feel bittersweet. It was maybe an ending not just to what y'all had going on, but any future endeavors when dealing with them. Yet y'all still kind of circled back to each other for whatever reason. This could have been a reason of somebody forcing y'all to, especially if y'all are family. They're like, well, they're family. I know they did this, but you can still be, you still have to love them. You still have to communicate with them. Or if this was an employer type situation, they pay you well, but they don't treat you well. And when you got out there in society, they didn't pay you well and didn't treat you well. So you kind of went to the lesser of, both devils, except they were still a devil, right? Um, so it was a horrific ending. It was just horrible all the way around. The issue that they're having is because this has brought you to some type of clarity. Maybe this was the end of it all, because the world card's not here, or any card that makes it seem like you're circling back, doing a cycle, still, intertwined with it. It seems that you have ended something and gained clarity of the situation so that they can't mentally manipulate you anymore. They can't try to make this happen anymore, at least with their words, and for some, even with their actions. They don't like how you also cut off communication. Because if you look at this, the sword is cutting through. You can look at it as thunder, but you can also look at it as if it was a rope or something and it's cut through in between. It looks cut. Just like when it comes to the tree, the head of the tree is cut down, as you can see, and it's on fire. So it's more like you burnt it to the ground. Whatever illusions were there, whatever manipulations was there, whatever ties were there, you cut them and gain clarity of the situation so that you wouldn't try to mend the rope or figure out how to make it come back to where you would need rose-colored glasses every day just to deal with the situation or them in general. They don't like how at one end, if you look at the Eight of Pentacles, it looks like the spider would be trapped, and the Pentacles is, you know, taking over. So I feel like they didn't realize that the web that they were allowing you to build with them within it, like the web is your world, and they sat in your world and felt like they could team up or figure out how to get others to help them, not necessarily a team, but more like just getting people to turn on you and things. And they thought that they had you stuck in the middle. Whole time you're the spider and you're able to penetrate all of them, because once again, this is your world, and they came to your world and sat in your world and tried to destroy your world. So they don't like how they feel like you gave a false persona, or you had on a mask of an innocent bystander, an easy target, but you weren't that. They feel like you were somebody who was meant to die. Not you per se, but more of the old you. And it's not easy for you to die because you're so attached to the old you. It's hard for you to become the new you, or whatever it is that you need to change into. And so people felt like by killing you would be to kill your spirit, kill your joy, kill your happiness, kill your finances, kill whatever it is that they needed to kill in order to dim your light or stop your light. And the whole time, this is part of the process. This is a part of your change. Killing off your old self and understanding why you had to do it, what you are becoming, how you became it, whatever it is that you need to understand or need clarity of while changing into your true new self, your higher self, you had to kill off. And so they kind of just helped the process in these different scenarios. You learn from each and every one of these people or persons. You learn from their actions, how they move. You learn their subconscious. You learn their petty ways and how they target you. Some use children. Some use their words. Some use their actions. Some use others at their will. And they did all of this so much that they didn't realize that you were at this point just taking notes, seeing how far they had advanced in their own mental capabilities of trying to destroy you. Because remember, at the end of the day, you got to kill your old self anyways, but it's always going to be replaced with something new, someone better, more intuitive, stronger, more powerful. Because that is the tower, right? That is the death card, right? There's always something coming in place of. They didn't like that they weren't able to stop whatever that is stable within your life, whether it's a career or how you get money, period. So maybe they were able to get you fired from your career, but you have these gifts that are able to just bring you in prosperity on its own, bring you in money, financial gain on its own, regardless of if it's more than what you were making or less, or, nowhere near what you were making. You still are able to bring something in to always do your part. The ability to always have a foundation or create one over again, even when somebody else comes in and tries to destroy it or actually destroy it. They don't like how you always have a cup. They don't like how you're able to share with others, not share with others. They don't like that you're able to keep going and not drown. Whether that's people helping you or you learning to help yourself. They don't like that you can be codependent and independent at the same time, because it's like one or the other. This person can be from an elder generation from you. A generation that is mostly about I versus we. One that is I lead, you don't lead. You respect me, and that's just about it. So this can be personal to you. And like I said, it can still be career-wise regardless. We got a lot of pentacles up here. This can be still career-wise as well. You have an employer that was once the teacher, and now they see you're now able to become a teacher, if not you teaching them as well. And they don't like that dynamic. That doesn't work for them. You no longer having to come to them to ask them, can I have this? Can I do this? Can you teach me this? You no longer having to do that is really messing with their mental. or their finances. They don't like how you are able to walk away and not continue to play this game with them anymore. Because to them, this is it. Just a little fun side quest. This isn't even, this isn't their world. Like I said, they come and they sit in your web. They just come and sit. Their pinnacles is here. So they got their finances. They got their money. Or they know how to get money, create money. So they're not tripping when it comes to money. They may even have their family life in order. They have their foundation. They have their things. So them sitting here and watching you, trying to destroy, it's just a side quest for them. But just like you're a side quest for them, they're literally sitting in your web waiting to be devoured because they're a side character in your world. Mind you, the spider's just sitting here, allowing them to continue to wrap themselves in their own web of lies, web of deceit, web of whatever. This can be a metaphor for karma. Okay? You see what they're doing, you're watching what they're doing, you're even allowing them to do it a lot of times. But it's that one time. That's all you need, is that one time. And then, right? So they don't like that you're not this innocent doe that they once knew, once saw, tried to create or keep going. This aloof person, naive person, alone in a dark world, which is considered theirs. Because you don't know what's going on in their mind. You don't know what's going on in their world. And here you are walking into their establishment. Or here you are being born into their family. Or here you are trying to marry them. Or, being in a committed relationship with them. Here you are, a young doe. All right? So, okay. I'm sorry about that, y'all. All right, so let's see what else. Why else are these people mad at you, okay? They don't like how you stand up for yourself. They don't like the light that you bring when they are discussing you or trying to put you down or trying to destroy your feelings or whatever, your mental dialogue of yourself, your self dialogue of yourself. They don't like for you to feel confident in standing your truth, regardless of how you may see yourself. Like, they don't want you to believe in yourself. They don't want you to have this hope and shine bright like you naturally do. This is why they're evil-eyeing you. They're jealous of your spark. Like, no matter what you do, regardless of how you look, regardless of how you feel, you stand out. And they don't like that. Some of you may tell them about themselves and they don't like that. Some of you have really stood up for yourselves or are standing up for yourselves and forcing this person to look in the mirror because they keep blaming you for a tragic moment in their life, yet they don't see the role that they play within that moment. They don't realize that they too are the villain in your story, even though all they see is you being the villain in their story, because once again, they're only focused on their world. They don't even realize they're just a side character in your world, although they know that you're a side quest in their world. Like, it's insanely crazy that they don't feel like they are to you what you are to them. Except, now I do see where the confusion comes, because like I said, they were a side quest in your world, but if you're dealing with a family member, if you're dealing with a lover, of course they were a main character in your life then, yet they are still side characters. Regardless of the situation, you're still the main character, okay? They were just your co-star, but that doesn't mean like they were the creator of your world. That doesn't mean that they are the end all be all and you have to do everything and whatever they say and things of that. Now, for some of you, if you married and you are into traditional marriage, then your husband was the center of your world, behind God. But um, they quickly realized, like, yes, you're in that position, but please understand I gave you that position. So I'm still your employer. Like, you're still, like, regardless of the situation, I'm still a main character. Like, I'm still over you within my world, you know? Just like within their world, you're in your position. All right. So, yeah, they don't like how you can continue your connections with others. I feel like they thought that they destroyed the love others had for you, and they realized only a percentage was fractured. And that was a heavy percentage, but at the same time, it was just a percentage. And those were people that needed to go anyway. You probably, prayed to your deities, to your, whoever it is that you pray to, and asked for people who need to be cut off, regardless of who they are, where they stand within my, life scale of people that I love. Regardless of where they stand, if they mean me no well, and they're doing more harm to my life than loving me, then they have to go. So those people were already asked to leave. Regardless if you help push them out, if you coerce them, whatever the case may be, they needed to go. They were asked to leave. And they left. They don't realize that you were the teacher, you were the creator, you were the manifester of your life. And with that comes lessons, so that you don't continue making mistakes when creating the new version of you in the life that, continue on. They don't realize that all of this was still a part of the program. The only difference is they had free will, so they didn't have to play that position. That position was going to be filled no matter what, but they didn't have to fill it. That was free will. That's what they chose. So that's where they stand. All right? So overall, this person is sending evil eye towards you, trying to mess up your stability, your foundation that you have created and are creating. They are trying to stop your wish fulfillments. They're trying to stop you from standing and shining bright. They're trying to stop your hope and faith. They're trying to stop your optimism or faith within trusting the unknown will always have a safe and sound and grounded and financially secured future. They didn't realize that no matter what they did to create all of this disarray, this chaos, this whatever, it was part of the plan. It was always a part of the plan. It was always going to happen. So that you can see your light again, so that you can remember your light. Because a lot of times we forget it through all the shit that we have been through. And they're like, why am I here? What am I doing here? What am I here for? Baby, this is, you already see now. They done showed you what you're here for. All through this chaotic transaction. Not even just this, the other people and the people. You now see who is truly here for you. Who truly loves you, who truly cares for you, who truly rocks for you, who truly is going to stand 10 toes down for you and with you, behind your back or in your face. They're going to tell you the truth whether you like it or don't like it. But it's always with love and it's always genuine. You now see who those people are, and you see where those other people stand, regardless if you still mess with them, if you cut them off, whatever the case may be. A lot of people cut them off and dead it to shit. Some people are still teeter-totting back and forth trying to figure it out, and other people are just almost on the ledge and just saying, fuck it. This is what you want, this is what you need, this is what you get. Because I can't keep doing this. Not anymore. Not with you. Not even with anyone else, truth be told. All right, so let's describe this person. So yes, this person definitely is financially stable. This person is definitely on their shit. This can be a CEO. This can be some type of leader of a corporation, just period. Owner. I mean, this can be a father. This can be a grandfather, somebody that's high ranks in your family, in the hierarchy position. They don't like that you don't toe to toe fall the line, so now they are jumping the gun and just trying to destroy you, just to get you to get back into the line. This is the head of these little pinnacles that didn't realize that they were side characters in your world as well, and he sent them out, and this is what they're doing. Or this can be individually, all of them. Okay? This person is very decisive. This person knows when it well, okay, hold on. Cause this is two of one. So this person, I wouldn't say that they're just very decisive, but I do say that they always know that there's two ways to get something done, two ways to manipulate something or somebody, two ways to take certain paths. Like, this is somebody who their favorite number can be the number 2. Okay, their life path number can be the number 2. This is someone who is, I would say, intuitive, but I feel like with their intuitiveness, they rely on their feelings so much that if this is how you make me feel, this is what it is then, and that's that, you know. But they teeter-totter back and forth. That's why they come back into your life, and then they leave out, because one minute they feel like you fucking with them, they don't like you, and the next minute they feel like, oh, it was really all love, I was just tripping, maybe I should circle back and try this again. So this person, I wouldn't say they're decisive, they're just trying to figure the shit out. Like, here they got their career life stable, they just money. You ain't got to be on a career path, you can get money how you get money, but they're stable. Okay, they got a solid foundation. Okay, could be the hierarchy of the head of the household of the family. Okay, but this person is more intuitively driven, and they rely solely on their feelings more than their intellect, if that makes any sense. It's like, I'm not going to focus on the facts here. What I'm going to focus on is how you make me feel. All right? This person is not the type to just go out there and do anything. Like I said, they always see two. So if they see one path, they wait till they see the second path to make a choice from them. Now realize that it could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paths. Okay? So this person, once they see the 2 paths, that's what they choose from. They don't take any leap of faith. It don't matter if a third path look like it's coming up. That's not what they want to see. That's not what they understand. That's not what they care about. They care about the 2 that they are seeing and relying on. That's it. All right. This person does not step outside of the box. This person does not try to follow curiosity as much. This person is strictly feelings, money, financial gain, stability for my home, family. That's it. All right. Oh, and of course, like I said, they still got the emotions there, right? The feelings, they're intuitively driven as well. All right. This person, they have deep roots and ties within their family, or if they are the CEO of an organization, they got people everywhere that's willing to do anything for them, get their hands dirty. Even if they know that the person is wrong, they're willing to do it. Okay? And this person, to an extent, is willing to do that for the people that they care about. Always to this extent, because if it fucks with their money, if it fucks with their finances, if it fucks with their family, fucks with their stability in any type of way, they're not going to do it. You might, and they're grateful. They got you on their solid, loyal, secured list, but in return, they can't give that to you because that's not on theirs. All right, so that is your reading for who is sending you evil eye and why. If this reading resonates, like, share, subscribe, always comment. If it doesn't, still like, share, subscribe, always comment. Thank you. All right, pile number 2. So this is your reading for who is sending you evil eye and why. We're going to start with the why, okay? All right, so this person feels like they got a lot of options to intimidate you, to get you to do what it is that they want you to do. All right. For some of you, this is spiritually. For some of you, this is physically. For some of you, this is financially. For some of you, this is emotionally. For some of you, this is all of the above, verbally as well. All right. This person feels like once you left them or the situation, everything just went downhill. All right, for them at least. They were able to still float. They were able to still come out, maybe not necessarily on top, but they were still able to breathe and walk again after dealing with you and what they have lost within the situation. They feel like some of you put them in this survival mode where they felt like they had to do any and everything in order to survive. They feel like some of you just introduced them to a drug that caused them a habit that they can't afford or cope with anymore. They feel like once you, and this, hold on, when I say the drug, it could be once you left, they started doing drugs and they started to just, they decided to go deep into that to deal with it. They could have already been on drugs and you weren't even aware of it, or maybe this could have been one of the stipulations that you found out about and you just can't handle it. For some of y'all, this is a baby's father. For some of y'all, this is a baby's mother. Okay, and you're dealing with their habits. You're dealing with them threatening you. You're dealing with them. Some of you, they're stalking you. They're becoming overly obsessive. If this is just a spiritualist, this could have been somebody that was teaching you, or vice versa. But we're going to stick with the teaching path, okay? And once they realize you have acquired the knowledge that you need for them and it was no longer anything that they could teach you, you started to back up. You started to drift away. Regardless of if it was amicably or not, they still feel this scarcity of if it's finances you was paying them, if it was love you was giving them, if it was energy you was giving them, ideas, whatever the case can be. But they feel like this has put them into a new type of energy that they're not even able to handle right now. Okay, so that is why they are sending you evil eye right now. Some of them feel like you stole something from them, whether it was, like I said, their finances, their light, or whatever the case may be. Some of them feel like you done bossed up and went down your own path, became a teacher yourself. You're now doing what they did. You kind of took their position. Destiny swap, if you will. Okay? You really hurt this person's ego. This person is used to people surrounding themselves with them, people loving them, caring about them, hanging on their every word, being taught by them. Whatever it is that is going on, they're used to having. And once you left or you started to move away and take your energy away, money started to deplete. Their name started to deplete. And they feel like you caused this, you forced this in some type of way. They don't understand how you did it. I wouldn't say why, because everyone knows why at the end of the day, especially if they're spiritual. They know why you did it. They don't understand how you may have done it, and how you may have switched the roles. And that's what's, messing with them, all right? The memories of the past keep messing with them. They keep seeing the good you did, the great you did, and it's outweighing the bad you did. But the more they continue to sit in their room and conjure up different scenarios, or even the same scenario just in different ways going on, it starts to become the Eight of Swords, just creating memories, creating false memories, and adding tax on it so that you can continue to be mad, stay in the energy, and things of that such. Sorry, y'all. Yeah. But yeah, they see you standing in your power. They see you rising above this. This could have also been somebody, if you also did drugs as well with them or had some type of bad habit, you stop doing it. If you trauma bound with this person, you stop trauma bonding with this person. So it caused them to become in this possessive energy and feeling entitled to you and your energy, and they felt threatened. And when you took it away, and it could have started to bring their money down. This person could have been, I wouldn't say doing spell work off of you, but definitely sending you evil eye and trying to make sure certain things stop for you in order to keep you with them. Like, they didn't want you fucked up out here. Sorry about that again. But they didn't want you fucked up out here. They just want you back, stuck to them. They wanted you to trauma bond with them, be attached to their energy, and whatever y'all had going on that wasn't healthy for either one of you, very toxic. They just want to go back to that energy, go back to what y'all were used to, and stay out of this newfound energy that doesn't benefit them at all. All right, so let's go to who. Like, let's see, any characteristics of this person. I'm getting Scorpio, all right? I'm getting Scorpio out here. We got dark complexion, tall, short hair, deep voice. This person always says, I want you. Could give you those sexy eyes staring at you. This person, you say you trust me, yet you always keep one eye open when I'm around you. This person's always watching you. You probably feel like always being watched around them. At first it seemed, enduring and sweet, but then it looked like they was like really just watching you, like a police guard to an inmate, like watching you on some weird stuff, okay? This person could be always annoyed. Like, just every time you walk in, they just miserable, just got an angry face, got something to complain about, nothing to praise, nothing that they happy about. You be like, damn, is you happy that you breathing, that you woke up, that you happy? Well, yes, but it's like, goddamn, be happy. Lord. Person always gossiping about something, gossiping about somebody. It's just gossiping, okay? This person envies you. And they can envy people in general. Like, you can see, they could be telling you about a friend, and they can be telling you a story where they know, or that they're giving that person the bare minimum, if that. And then you're like, but then they're like, and then they just up and left me. They don't even talk to me no more. They don't. And then you're just like in your head, like, well, yeah, you ain't give them shit. Like, you on some weird stuff. Like, you're not even willing to share the pie. Show them how to get money. You're not willing to teach them nothing. Yet you require it from everybody else. Like, that's crazy. It's not fair. You're not. Friendship is a give and take. Even if it's just your love that you're giving each other and taking from the other. Give and take, give and take. Your kindness, your ear to listen to a person that constantly likes to talk, and vice versa every now and again. All right, this person is spiritual, so they could be a practitioner in some way, or they can just be a follower that just follows what's going on, but they're very in tune and understanding of things, okay? This person envies your confidence. They hate that you are so confident in the things that you do. And, with that, it's just more of, like I said, if you're the one who always led truthfully, and they're the ones who just followed, but somehow made it seem like they were the ones leading and you were the one following, then that's what this envy comes from. Because truthfully, you're the leader. You're the manifester. You're the one who got them to where they are. And now that you're no longer, with them, or even just communicating in general with them, they're feeling a loss. They're feeling a lack of. All right? This person is always blaming people, and a lot of people are blaming them as well. This person does have a lot of abundance, so this person gets money. This person knows how to turn a penny into a dollar. This person knows what they're doing. So it's not even that. It's more of this person needed you for something, and when they didn't want to give you what it is that you deserve from the situation, they just went down this weird tangent, child. All right, they didn't know the key was you, the one they hurt, the one they destroyed. It was you. This person can have long hair. This person can't get their way, so then they do this. All right. This person feels like they don't need anyone. I know that says no man needed, but this person feels like they don't need anyone. And this person acts innocent. But truthfully, you know who they are. Like, you know that they're not really this innocent person, this innocent bystander. All right. This person could have blonde hair. This person could have brown eyes. This person can have a kind of what is it? A hyperpigmentation that on their face. So like you'll know this person because maybe they don't have smooth skin, it's not blending well. It's a lot going on with them. But yeah, that's this person. I'm also seeing a dark fade with waves in it. A dark skinned man, really chocolate. A nice chocolate as well as that. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of different things. But yeah, so this is who's giving you evil eye and why. If this reading resonates, like, share, subscribe, always comment. If it doesn't still, like, share, subscribe, always comment. Thank you. All right, pile number 3. This is your reading for who is sending you evil eye and why. We're going to jump into the why first, then we're going to see who is sending it to you, okay? So, 1, you are a very powerful manifester. You are highly intuitive, all right? And a freak, according to them, okay? So, of course, with that combination right there, it really rocks and blows their world, okay? All right, this is somebody that you could have been in a relationship with. This is somebody who you could have played flirtatious games with, like cat and mouse. This is somebody that you could have did a one-night stand with just to see if they could be a sneaky link, but they didn't measure up to what it is that you needed. This can be somebody that you played mental games with. This is somebody who tried to play mental games with you. This is somebody who tried to hurt your feelings. This is somebody who feels like you hurt their feelings, okay? They feel like, why they're giving you evil eyes? Because you're no longer in your head. You're no longer fucked up behind them. You're no longer stuck in the revolving cycle of going back and forth with them. You're no longer arguing with them. You're no longer subliminally sneak dissing with them or being direct dissing them. You're no longer just with them anymore. Like you're done. You're done with it. If you're done with the sex, I don't know, but you're definitely done with these mental games with them. It's no longer fun, you know. They feel like you're moving on and moving forward with somebody else or just in general, in life in general. And they keep thinking of ways to bringing you back into this cycle. And they're trying to figure out when and where to apply this and how to make you come back into this. They're still not going to give you what it is that you need or deserve, but you know, you can have sex with them whenever, or, you know, when they feel like arguing and going back and forth with you, they'll come into it and, you know, do that with you. The cat and mouse game, they love that because they don't have to emotionally attach to you. It can just be a, you know, a lustful thing, a fun thing, you know, that type of thing, but not commit. But yeah, you went into hermit mode and you're no longer talking to this person or really cutting back on the communication and just reflecting on what it is that you got going on and reevaluating the position you play in, you know, other people's lives. Because this isn't all you want. It's cool to have a fun time, every now and again, maybe even every weekend, but stability is what you want. You know, groundedness, a family even is what aspire to have in the future. And this right here with this person, it's not going to happen, because they're not even thinking about that. They're not even ready for that. That's not even what they are even going towards right now. They can be 35 and still like, listen, I got the rest of my life to live. Maybe when I'm 50. They could be 50 and they could say, you know what, not on my deathbed, maybe 80. Now they're 80. They're on their deathbed. They want this thing back. And what? So yeah, this is this type of person's mentality of things, okay? They like how you're able to make nothing into something, how you're able to manifest what it is that you desire. You tell them that this is what you want, this is what you're gonna get. You go out there, you match the energy you put into your thought and your actions, and you allow your God, destiny, whatever you want to call them, to go the rest of the way for you. And this is how you've been bringing in your money or your wish fulfillment. There's still hard work being done in this. I'm not saying you're giving it all just to, whom it is that you pray to. I'm not saying that you give it all to just putting it in the thought process or doing your 3-6-9 method. You actually put action to this, whether you had to go to school for it, whether you had to take different courses at night school for it, whether you had to do, go to an establish and do an internship, or if you had to, learn from a friend on YouTube, went to YouTube University and had to learn it. You are putting your work into it. You're putting your hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into all of this. So when it comes to you, you have the knowledge of keeping this thing alive and going and flowing. Like, this is what you are building. This is your security. This is what you're going to ride into the wave of retirement. You don't have time to play with these men that just want to come in your life, or women, and lust on you because of whatever it is that you have as an asset that they see on the physical, and they want that. Or if they see your personality, your energy, and they want that, you have what it is that they want, but not enough for a need for them to change into who it is that you need in your life. So this person is seeing you, is evil eyeing you, because they want you to come back into their life. They want you to start manifesting for them again. They want you to start doing the work for them again, whether it was filling out applications for them, or if you work in a nice career path, you got them a job there. They could have fucked that up, and now it's like, now I need another favor. Not to laugh or anything, but some people really like that. And so, yeah, this person needs your help, basically. They need your help so that they can get back to in your good graces, and all the way around, whichever graces, as well as get what it is they benefited from you. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, so this person, they like you. They really do. They like you, but it is not enough to make you more than just someone that they would love to play this game with. Okay, so for some of y'all, this person is married, whether you know it or not, or in a very committed relationship. Common law married, I'm hearing like they done been together for a long time, been in and out of drama and all type of stuff, and he done brought you into this. You done got your feelings tied into this, and now you stuck in this. But now you like, nah, I can't do this no more. I don't even want you to leave your family, because that's crazy to even want. I am done with it. The prize ain't even prizing anymore. I done, got enough of that, and I make my own money and figure it out. You can't even add with me there. What else would you, really be here for? Like, you really just reflecting on what's going on in this situationship, because what is going on in this situationship? Like, who is really benefiting? At the end of the day, you both supposed to be benefiting, but it really seems like that person is benefiting. And now that you done separated from this person, you're flourishing, you're flowing, you're going towards your stability, your end all be all. And they see it, they want it, but this isn't what you need or even desire. You don't even desire this. Like, you don't even desire this anymore. You don't want to be in this three-way. You don't want to be in this poly situation. You don't want to be sister wives. You don't want, him to have to make excuses and lie just to be with somebody else or be with you. And it's too much of a headache. It's foolishness, and no one deserves this at the end of the day, especially when the only thing that's a prize is, the member. It may be nice, it may be strong, it may be long, but it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's not when you have to be the provider and the mom, the stay-at-home mom. Like, you go to work and you provide, and then you come home and clean up and cook, and you got to do everything while he does nothing, and then he can still go to somebody else's house after. Girl, this wasn't even this was a lose-lose situation. It wasn't even a win-lose situation. This is a lose-lose situation. Because at the end of the day, you still won't fully have this person. This person still loves whomever it is that they were with or still with. They just love what you can do for them, what you got. And you know this because you the high priestess up here. And you the magician. You really crafted this world. You brought him into your world. Like, even if he came to talk to you and try to get your number and stuff like that, at the end of the day, you had to open the door to let him in. You're the manifester. You're the one who created this dynamic between y'all. So you can also destroy it. You can also take it away. You can always move away from it. Like, you're not stuck. You're the high priestess. You know what this is. And you're the hermit. You're too knowledgeable, And that's intuitively, that's spiritually, and intellectually. This is you. You created this situation. I'm not saying like you created him to be, this player. That's him. But you let him in, and this is what y'all created together. Regardless of that, if that's was his intentions, that wasn't. You allowed it. You yes some things and no very little things, and then here y'all are. So you need to continue on your path of letting this person go because they're even eyeing you to bring you back into this. Whether that's stopping whatever your emotional fulfillment with someone else, stopping your growth in another area, stopping your actions in another area, even stopping your finances so that you'll come back and be dependent off of them. But at the same time, not really dependent off of them because you're still providing everything. All right, so let's see, who is this person? Who is this person? This person can be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Can y'all see that? Alright, this person can be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Alright. Person loves the spotlight, okay? This person got caught up in some child services type situations. Could be dealing with a divorce or is going towards the divorce. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Trying to get that shine out of it. Let me see. All right, that looks a little better. All right. They done already messed up their family situation. Person got a bad reputation now. Probably didn't have a bad reputation. They was probably a bad boy or bad girl. All right. This person doesn't have any intellect. This person doesn't come with you with facts. This person lies a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean they lie a lot because they need to get what they want. So they have to manipulate you. All right, this person always seems to be winning, okay? No matter what, they're winning something. Whether that's winning you, winning finances, winning the lottery, winning people's opinion, public favor, something of that sort. This person is very creative, but at the same time, they steal ideas in order to create what it is that they created. So if they do have a business, they done stole the ideas on creating this business, how they created, what product they're selling, how they're selling it, different things, marketing, all that stuff from somebody else. I don't want to say like P. Diddy, but just like P. Diddy did, how he stole everything from everybody, but had willing participants at the same time, but not really willing participants because they didn't really understand what the hell was going on. So they say. That's this type of person, okay? This person always in their head, overthinker, okay? This person can come off very intellectual. They kind of regurgitate everything they hear from others, so it just kind of flows well, okay? This person seems to be dealing with bad karma, so every time they go up, you see them go down. And then you be like, baby, you can do it. You did it once. They go steal somebody else's idea. They go up. Then they go down. Then it's like, damn, baby, damn, a little bad luck. But, you can do it again. You did. They go steal for somebody else. Then they go up. Then they go down. At this point, it's like, now, 3 strikes now. Come on now. Now, some ain't right now. Some ain't right. Okay, this person always seems unbothered. Okay, but they love clout. Like, they love to be the center of attention. They love the spotlight to be on them. Okay, they love that shit. Okay. This person's always doing the same shit no matter what day it is, okay? You're going to always see them stealing from somebody, going up, then going down, but getting money in the process, and blowing it, and having to do it all over again, all right? This person can have some type of PTSD from their childhood, and a lot of times they use that to get people to feel sorry for them so that they can gain favor that way as well. This person ain't shit. Person is always moving because he got a lot of people after them. This person is very lustful and constantly putting people in love triangles and running away from the situation even when people have proof no matter what. This person is also a divination abuser, so they can be also going to get readings done and thinking about everything as well. But hopefully those readers read them before they read others so they can see that it's them and not just the other person, because it could be everybody in a situation. This person could have an STD. Does not mean that you have an STD. Just means that this person can be, because they're constantly giving their Johnson to, or they punani to whomever. This person could have had to file bankrupt, or like I said, they go up and down. So they could have a lot of money one month, and the next month they could have $0. But then the next month they go up. It's like a back and forth thing with them. Okay, this person is always ignoring people, ignoring the world, and kind of in this depressive state, just laying there and just trying to see what's going on. But then when they hit that jackpot, baby, they ain't ignoring nobody anymore. They in everybody's face because they the man, they the woman there, right? All right, this person is a bully. And this person is the type to always fish for compliments. Always gotta, you always gotta tell them they look good and stuff like that. Always causing arguments, all right, because that's how they get away with things, okay? They quickly dust off the old arguments something you did in the past that they didn't like, that showed them in a higher favor than you because you messed up, just to start an argument so they can go and do whatever. Their broken spirit, their broken finances when when they're not up and hitting the jackpot. This person does not like other people's happiness. This person like to talk about them. So they say if you're going to read me, baby, read me. They say, if you're going to read me, baby, read me. Okay, this person in and out of courts due to legal issues because they either not taking care of their kids properly, or CPS got involved with that situation. They're not giving money to other baby mamas and helping them out. So they got situations with that. Then they always stealing from somebody. So they got situations with that. Child, it's just too much going on with them. So we just gonna end on, this person is a forceful person, and they gonna do whatever it is that they need to do in order to stay up even if that means standing on you. So stay away from this person, because this person is sending you evil eye, and this is why. All right, so this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it doesn't, stay. Like, share, subscribe, always comment. Thank you.